Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Good morning from the beautiful islands of the Philippines. I am excited this week. Can you imagine? This is episode 23. You have been with me now for 23 consecutive weeks, and I'm excited. There's a lot that happened this week. I didn't do much flying, not a lot of missions, but the few I did was just really an amazing experience. Again, if you like these videos, I encourage you to give a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Let me know where are you watching from and how are you benefiting from these videos, and subscribe to my channel. Please help me to share the content with family and friends and those that you think could benefit from these videos. Without further ado, let's get right into our report. Again, our previous winner of the freebie was Isaac. I'm coordinating with him to get him his gift. So we have a question, and the gift is gonna be a copy of the Missionary's Kitchen Cookbook. Right, so I want to give away a free copy, especially maybe some of you are in my Missionary Pilot Kitchen where I'm sharing recipes and showing you guys tips on how to cook. So today's question, to win a cookbook, today's question is, what state did I went to flight training at? What state? So it was in the US, according to the first question. What year? It was in the US. I need you to tell me, what state did I go and take my pilot license training in the US? What state? All right. The winner of that will get a copy of my cookbook. So see you next. The winner will be announced episode 24. That's when I'm gonna announce the winner. So one more time, the question is, what state did I attend pilot training? This week started out with just very interesting weather. We've been having heavy rains and the visibility is really poor, and I just would watch the thing the whole day and there would be no break. But finally there was a break in the weather. There was a request to transport a government official and a patient that did a gallbladder surgery returning home. So I put some extra fuel in the airplane because I was anticipating that I might have to divert or I may have to hold a little bit before I can land. So I brought some extra fuel. It's a 45-minute flight one way, like give or take, because the winds are now a little bit stronger. So it's slowing me down. So imagine the flight is under an hour and I have 5 hours of fuel in the airplane. And that's kind of how you do it when you're combating and fighting with the rainy season. You bring extra fuel when in case you have to divert or you have to hold until the rain pass over and you have that visibility. So the weather was a challenge. However, you know me, I fly by faith. I'm praying, I'm asking for divine help. I got the mission done, and when it was time to return home, the weather just opened up so beautifully. Like we had blue skies for miles. I could see all the mountainous terrains. If you want to see that video, go over to my YouTube channel. I have a video of it and you can just see that beauty. So you can compare the photo. Look at that. It's hard to see, but couple hours later the thing was just so beautiful. And you might be asking, so who did I help? Well, here they are. Person in front, that's the patient returning home, and the government official is the other lady, Mam Weng, in the back, and that's a relative that accompanied the patient. I transported them to Palanan itself. I continue to really, I'm so grateful for this headset that was donated to me, because I have this excruciating headache. Thanks to the pandemic, I now wear a mask. I have to wear my shades. Then my headset was so tight. But as you know, someone donated this headset, and I just took a photo saying, I did a long flight this week. no headache at all. I come home, this thing is so comfortable. It has noise cancellation. I'm not gonna say what brand it is because that's like a free advertisement on my channel. So no, I'm not telling you what brand because I don't want to advertise any product. But if you ask me, it's the Zulu 3. Anyways, so now you know. All right. After that particular mission, this one was, I would say it's a miracle mission, and here is why. This family, they have been trying to get their paperwork for the last 2 weeks. It's a heart condition patient. He needs to really go out. They contacted us. I've been ready for the last 2 weeks. And every time I ask them about what's happening, sir, we're waiting for this, sir, we're waiting for that. And I'm like, welcome to the new norm, folks. You can be sick, and as sick as you are, you still have a long pile of things. I remember one of the last thing they needed was their swab test. I'm not gonna tell you the price, but it was not cheap for this family to be able to obtain a swab test for all three of them. And it took them 2 weeks and a lot of money. And we were just praying and agonizing with God for them to be able to get it. Finally, they messaged me this week and said, Cup, we are now ready for transportation. However, the weather was challenging. I kid you not. I had enough fuel for about 8 hours. So I had 8 hours of fuel. It was going to be a 4 hour flight. So my fuel was twice the amount. I took off, I picked them up and landed. It was a challenge to land because of weather, but I was able to land successfully. And after I picked them up, going into the airport after about an hour and a half flight time, I'm now 20 minutes away. And the airport is closed. The rain is coming in. The airport is closed, which is ironic because halfway there, the weather was so beautiful. I never imagined that the weather at the destination airport is going to be such a challenge. I never imagined. And the radio tower were telling me, "Oh, Cap, the VFR flight is suspended at this time." And I'm like, "Okay, fortunately though, as a good pilot, what we do is we bring not just extra fuel, but you have alternates, right? So those who fly, this is a little information because I have a number of student pilots and also aspiring missionary pilots on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. So this is mainly for you guys. Have alternate options. So one of my alternate, I passed it, and about 10 miles after I passed that alternate, the weather at my destination is bad. So I just told my destination airport tower, hey, can you advise my alternate that I'm gonna try one approach? If I can't get in there, then be prepared to accept me in a few minutes at my alternate. And everything was coordinated. But I continued to push on, and the rain was coming down, but my visibility was not an issue. The tower couldn't see far, but as I got closer and closer, I had visual reference of the ground the whole time. I did a short approach and just put that airplane down. I mean, I cannot record it. They're wearing masks, but you should have seen the look on this family's face. Imagine 2 weeks of paperwork and your family member is sick. You're spending so much money getting all this COVID requirements and everything, swab test, COVID shield, travel pass. And then finally they made it to their destination. I remember the son was up front with me wearing a headset. They were teasing him. He's the co-pilot. They had shared their photos and videos. I think Ma'am Milani, one of my subscribers to my page and follower, always commenting. She helped a whole lot in coordinating this fight. So, Ma'am Milani, thank you so much for all your efforts and your prayers to help us to help this family. On the ramp, I was stuck for a couple hours because the rain poured. The airport was closed for about 4 hours. And fortunately, I had my survival gear. So if I had to spend the night, I was ready. But the weather opened up and I was able to come home the same day. And one of my subscribers here and Facebook friend, we've never met. We just became friends on Facebook. He flies, I flies. And I was sitting there, stranded in the airport, looking out. And I said, wait, I know that guy. Went over, just took a photo with him and his other buddies. And yeah, that's just a photo there when we unloaded the patient. The ambulance picked them up and took them to their destination. Coming home was a very interesting route to get home, as you can see here. And I continue to just talk about this app. I'm not advertising it, but it's one of the things that really helped me to be situationally aware. As you navigate, you always want to know what's underneath you and what altitude is it, so it can help you. If anything red was on my screen, then you will know I'm in a lot of challenge. And as I fly, what I do is the app allows me to, it calculates the closest airport to me. And the reason why I do that is this. In case of an emergency, one of the first thing you want to know is where's the best place I can put this airplane. So at this altitude where you have basically I'm in a mountainous area, the closest airport to me is around 16 nautical miles. I was cruising at around 7,500 feet. So 60 nautical miles, 7,500 feet, I could make my alternate. Guarantee I could nail that line. Even if my engine was to break off right there, that's a distance I could cover and land safely. So again, this app is just helping me to be situationally aware. I told you guys that since the Washington Post chronicled my story, there has been this plethora of requests like interviews, other stations, TV, radio, internet. Like it's the request is just coming in. Churches are asking me to come on Zoom and inspire their young people, etc. So we have the China Global Television Network right here in my living room. They've been with us since yesterday, and I mean, for me, I'm just blown away by these opportunities that I am afforded to share my mission story. We have the privilege of sharing our meals with them. So far, you know, they're excited. They're saying, "Oh, we want to be vegan. Oh, our wife should come over." So we're not just recording, but the fellowship is really rich. And turns out, yesterday I learned that we're pretty much very close with age. So we're like the 80s kind of young people, you know, the millennial and the old school combined. And we're like, yeah, we're the best generation. Anyways, so it's such a blessing for me to have them with us. They will be with us until the 16th, and we have been covering some good footages so far. So stay tuned for that. And I think I was told they broadcast in over 100 plus station. So that's a huge blessing. For us. The weather opened up beautifully. So right now, weather is not such an issue, but we're not getting as much requests because I don't know if people are just not getting sick or they've decided to take care of their health, etc. I don't know. So to close, again, we encourage you, if you like what we do, if you are inspired by what we do, you can go over to my website, by his stripes ministries 1844.com, and you can see many stories. There is recipes. You also have a breakdown of where your donation goes. You can specify, if you want to, where exactly you would like to send your donation. And I always emphasize, without your help, without your support, this ministry, these vlogs, everything I do, these missions, that family that was helped this week would not have been helped had it not been for your prayers and your support. And so, as we partner together and we are going through this pandemic together, I just want to be the ray of hope. I want to be the silver lining. I want you guys to say, hey, you know, I go through a rough week, but I come on social media and I go over the flying by faith, and I see that amazing things are still happening in this world. I see that there are people who are still being blessed, who are still being helped. I am excited for episode 24. You know why? We have some missions lined up. I still have not heard from the cancer patient that wants to go home and die. I haven't heard anything from them. I'm hoping that this coming week they can get their paperwork together and I can transport him home. If not, we don't know. But you know me, if I don't bring them home before they die, after they die, I'm still called upon to do that mission to get them home. There's a beautiful story about some food donation that was made for the Aitas. You know me, I'm close to the Agta because they're dark and I'm dark. So we kind of have that in common. I'm gonna be transporting around 750 kilos of relief goods for those individuals. I was told about the cargo. They were struggling financially to get the money, and I took it upon myself to make some calls, and I was able to successfully find a donor that has already sent the donation to get the fuel so I can transport that cargo. So God's willing, hopefully by Sunday, Monday, the latest, we should be hauling that cargo so that people can have food. Again, on behalf of Philippines Adventist Medical Aviation Services and yours truly, Davin Bennett, missionary pilot here in the Philippines, flying by faith. It's really a journey of faith. Thank you. God bless and mabuhay. Oh wait, no. I'm always forgetting stuff, guys. So it's the end of the year. It's coming up to the end of the year, and we're being audited. I am being audited. I had to calculate all my hours and submit it to my director because different things. We're renewing our insurance for our airplane, so each pilot have to submit how many hours they've flown. This is my logbook. Would you guys believe it's so shocking? I counted the thing. I have flown for the year 2020 from January until today. I have flown 334 hours. But you know me, right? It's not about the hours. You know how many patients I've transported for 2020? 186 patients were successfully transported for the year 2020. That's a lot of people. Out of that 186, would you believe it, that 181 were transported from April to December? 181. And you're like, wow, those figures sound so good. But here's the thing, what made it possible for me to transport 180 plus people from April until December? It's the pandemic, it's the new norm. People are struggling to move when they're sick, and our ministry has come to the forefront in helping people to have hope and to get to where they need to go to in a short and timely manner. So I just wanted to share that with you so we can celebrate and rejoice together, knowing that your prayers and your donation continues to help us to save lives and deliver hope. Mabuhay from the Philippines, and we'll talk soon for episode 24. Bye bye, and God bless.